Hi Scorpios, welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot Weekly Tarot for the week of December 11th through December 17th. Now, your monthly extended, which will be linked at the end of this video, really indicating that December is going to be a very important month and a life-changing opportunity might be heading your way. So I hope you're getting excited. It also, I think, might be indicated to some beliefs, right? Standing your ground in a sense, asserting yourself with passion, right? Really allowing that passionate Scorpio energy to come into the 3D world, if you will. Just a reminder that we do have a new moon in Sagittarius on the 12th. So this week we might really be getting a new perspective on something in our lives, okay? And then we have Mercury retrograde starting the next day. So this new perspective within Sagittarius and like that fiery, passionate energy, and then like being told, wait, it's retrograde, right? When it comes to communication. So just, remember that you dot all your I's, cross your T's. Tower, really, sudden change, right? Sudden shakeup, but it's ushering in a really great opportunity. And this can be, like I said, related to your passions and allowing that to show in the world, okay? It could even just be a tower moment in the collective that inspires you to that sparks that, you know what I mean? And then now we have the inspiration to move forward with that new moon, okay? So it would be a great time to do the planning, all right, during this retrograde time, journaling, okay, shadow work. All of these things would be really wonderful to do, especially if we're given a new perspective, because we don't want to get lost in the worrying, the overthinking, okay? And we don't want toxic positivity to just pretend like these feelings and these thoughts aren't here. They come from your shadow. Your shadow's just trying to talk and have a conversation with you, you know what I mean? And the more you reject it, the more it's going to assert itself into your life, okay? So really pay attention to your thoughts. And like I said, don't dismiss them. Go through them, work through them, okay? It's going to be a very cathartic week because remember, cathartic week and cathartic month, because we have on the 26th that full moon in Cancer, which is bringing a very cathartic emotional ending to a sensitive matter in our lives. So take that how it resonates, okay? But this is going to be a very powerful month for you, okay? And we did just leave Scorpio season, right? So you're still feeling your power and your vitality. You might be questioning a relationship with money too, and it might be opening up a new opportunity. Now there's a new perspective that we have, okay? That's sparking a new direction. But yeah, I'm getting a very strong indication that maybe this is the month, or I mean the week of the part of the month where this opportunity comes in. So I'm excited to see what comes about in your reading. So also too, just remember last week we did have Neptune turn direct in Pisces. So we should have a better outlook, you know what I mean? And holding on to faith and trust more. And that comes from within, remember? We need to have that faith and trust in ourselves first, right? The independence, that water signs, sometimes we are dependent, okay? Because we feel so connected, we want to be connected, but we also want to disconnect from everybody. It's just very interesting energy to be a water sign, but hang in there, okay? This is ruled by Moon and Sagittarius. So remember, your emotions, and if you're feeling drained and, this could be that turn, knowing that you have the resilience and the strength to achieve what you want to achieve, okay? All right, so I think we might just get into it. Yeah, there's something really, if you're feeling stuck, there's something to unlock when it comes to your inner child, okay? I know we're all always being encouraged. And shadow work isn't something, you pick up a book and, you read it and it's oh, great, I got it. It's work that we consistently do throughout our lives. Because remember, you don't just your shadow doesn't disappear because you do that work. You understand how to incorporate your shadow, right? And embrace your shadow. You don't just face your shadow, you embrace your shadow, okay? And that liberation, that wake-up call, that's where you get to connect to this wonderful energy that we water signs crave with the 10 of Cups and that emotional fulfillment, everything in its right place. That liberation is going to bring that in, all right? But yeah, I do think that this conscious and emotional evolution that we're all going through in December is taking us to that judgment era. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's see what we got for Scorpio for the week of December 11th through December 17th, 2023. wow, yeah. Not only that emotional evolution, but stepping into your power. All right? Leading with confidence. Dang, look at you. Interesting, but expected for a retrograde. Wow. So much related to your emotions and finances. So remember, money is neutral, okay? And how we think about it, if we're thinking, you know, I want this because I don't have it, well, then you're just saying more that I don't have it, all right? You know, like that kind of energy. But the most important thing, I think, because especially because court cards indicate people in our lives too, is that our relationship with ourselves and our relationship with others affects our relationship with money, okay? And we can't change other people. All the work comes from within, okay? So much of us, so much is saying, go within, go within, go within, right? And that's where we unlock this stuff, okay? So very important too with patience. So let's just dive into it, all right? So last week's energy coming into this week is the King of Coins. The King of Coins is the master of his financial domain because he understands that, you know, his success didn't happen overnight. He worked his way up from the ground up, right? He went through that evolution, like financial evolution. Do you know what I mean? He's successful, but he's also very loyal, dependable. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that energy of like somebody, this could be a person in your life, right, who gives you an opportunity, like come work for me or come do this freelance, you know, like something like that, like a boss energy of somebody who, and we're going to clarify, so we'll see if this is you or somebody else, but I'm getting that this is somebody else. It could be an Aries or a Taurus in your life, take it how it resonates, but somebody who's made their way and is showing you the way in a sense, right? It could even be an opportunity, financial opportunity to work for a company, you know, like maybe you want to be freelance, but like you could be freelance for a company. Okay, so I know that that's definitely not going to resonate with everybody, but it might resonate with specific people here. But this is confidence, right? And again, this confidence is knowing like you have to plant the seed, you have to nurture it. Okay, there's other things to do while that seed grows, right? You got to do the branding for for the produce once it's done, right? You know, you got to do your R&D to make sure that the marketing works and people are going to gravitate towards it. You know, so there's all these steps, right? These are the things that this King of Coins knows, okay? And so a lot of this success, like can success come by a fluke? Of course, but the satisfaction comes from all of that work that goes into it, okay? Now, this week's energy is the Four of Cups, and I'm not surprised to see a card like this during Mercury retrograde, okay? And this Mercury retrograde is in Capricorn, and we're going to enter Capricorn season here soon. So do not get lost in the what ifs, okay? Don't let your emotions take you back to, don't let your shadow, like that's a big strong message of like your shadow trying to revert you back to old patterns, okay? And that could be thought patterns, right? You have a lot to be grateful for, all right? And these could be lessons that you've learned. And it's healthy to dream, we just can't get lost in it, all right? And that's something, you know, we water signs, like the dreaming can actually work against us if we don't see it in the 3D world and we see that our shadow tricks us into thinking that means it's not going to come, you know? So that's something just to pay attention to. But remember that Neptune just went direct in Pisces on the 6th, so we do have a spark of trust and faith, okay? So if you are getting lost in the dreaming of the what ifs, like make sure like you know, like I am going to attain that. And how am I going to attain that? With this energy, right? Showing up every day, putting in the work, all right? And again, like it doesn't have to, like if you have a passion project and it's on the side and you only have so much time, no matter what though, every day you do something connected to that, okay? You got to keep that energy building, right? It's like a snowball. I'm getting like a snowball effect here, and not just because it's winter, but like it's gonna build, and you're gonna see those effects building when you do have that energy. So this is interesting because the Page of Coins next week, and like I said, these emotions and getting lost in the what ifs with these two coin cards and people, all right? But this Page of Coins reminds you to deal with your issues practically. okay? And learning, all right? So if there's something you're longing for, like what can you learn to take you to that next step? But this could be it's a young influence too. So like if you're a parent, this could be, your children inspiring you to start a new project or take on a new career. Even if you're starting a new job, like your boss could be younger than you. You know what I mean? So just take that how it resonates. But I do think that they're both holding this coin, and they're holding this coin with confidence. That's very important too. And reminder, they're holding on to it. So that's another thing that, we water signs, like we love to enjoy life, don't we? So there has to be a balance of the dreaming with the practicality. I'm really getting a strong emphasis of balance, and that's going to be an important aspect of this journey you're going on, like this emotional evolution that you're going on right now, okay? So let's clarify the King of Coins last week. Why is the King of Coins here last week? And also too, because the King of Coins is energy of being dependable, going back to that, Neptune direct in Pisces and giving us a better sense of trust and faith, loyalty, like that could be coming from, wow. All right. So the King of Coins is clarified by the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So this popped out before too, all right? Asserting yourself and asserting your passions with integrity and persistence, right? This person's not backing down. It's like that Tom Petty song, I Won't Back Down. That, listen to that too. That actually might be a really good song to listen to. There ain't no easy way out. Hey, baby, I stand my ground and I won't back down. Like that's, because you could be having some resistance, and like you got to remember that like it's building, okay? You like even if you're trying to build a following, like it's happening, okay? But also remember to replenish your emotions, and that should be a priority. Do not get consumed in this energy of assertion. Again, this is ruled by Mars and Leo, so this is important not to let your ego overbalance your spirit and your emotional side, okay? Also the fish, like there could be some Piscean energy here that could really help you, okay? Or that this is connected to a Pisces, so take that how it resonates. But this is also ruled by Scorpio too, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and then also like water energy. But there's some emotional fresh start that's coming. And I do think that this message is related to what water signs are being asked to pay attention to when it comes to their shadow, is the patience to allow things to grow, okay? Because it's hard when we see, feel, taste, touch everything in our dreams. And it's like, it's so real, and then it's not here, like here, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's just a lesson of patience that I do believe like we're all learning as part of our collective emotional evolution for December, but specifically for water signs, I'm really getting this, okay? So yeah, balance that passionate assertiveness and courage with making sure that you focus on your emotional well-being, okay? Because again, like we don't want our shadow to trip up what we are working towards. All right, so let us clarify the Four of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups? All right. Oh, also too amazing. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my gosh. I want to go back to the Four of Cups is ruled by Moon in Cancer. So remember that full moon in Cancer, some emotional release, an ending to some sensitive matter, something really tied to our emotions. It could be tied to things that trigger us emotionally. Wow. The Magician, the Sun. Yeah, this is... Focus on the work, okay? Don't get distracted by what's not here. Time is an illusion, please, Scorpio, okay? When you apply yourself, okay? When you apply those talents and the effort into like expanding your knowledge, expanding your creativity, that confidence, that joy, it's coming, and it's here. You know, and that's the thing. It's not coming, it's here. It's the vibration you feel. And that impatience, right? That I'm not visually seeing it. If you can, what is that song? MGMT. As long as you feel it, I'm a believer. My thoughts are phosphor. Like, that is a song, also an amazing song, and I wrote a screenplay to that whole album, which I actually need to get back to, because remember, like, I have my own advice to take. But as long as you feel it, I'm a believer. So that's what, connect to music. All right. I mean, music is, especially for us water signs, like, hi. I'm going to go back and listen to that album now, because I think it's at the end of that album. I think it's, oh gracious, is it their first album? I think it's their first album. But as long as you feel it, it's there. All right. And so you might be getting this tingling of, like, knowing, like, I can feel this. I know it, right? But then in this 3D world, you're not seeing it. Okay. Don't trip yourself up with that, especially, this is ruled by Mercury, all right? And it's going into retrograde. So that new perspective, that new moon, it can get confusing then if the retrograde slows things down, and, you know, miscommunication happens, or you're waiting to hear back and you don't hear back. And it's like, oh my gosh, why am I, you know, and then all these thoughts come in. So, like, as long as you feel it, I'm going to find some lyrics from that song and tie it to the title of this, but specifically that song. As long as you feel it, I'm a believer. My heart is fast. All right. So anyways, let us clarify the Page of Coins. Also, Scorpio, if you do like this reading, please do like, comment, and specifically if you remember what MGMT album that's from. We got to surrender, right? And again, that surrendering is like having faith and trust in the, you know what I mean? And a fresh start is coming, right? Know thyself and nothing in excess, right? The excess is hard for us water signs sometimes, especially too when we are connected to our fire and we just want to explode with, like, that gratitude and the emotions and the satisfaction and the fulfillment. You know what I mean? Like, something difficult is coming to an end. And so that fresh start, so going off of that life-changing opportunity, like, this is like really that strong indicator too of that coming in, all right? And like how important it is to balance. We got to balance practicality with dreaming. We got to balance the applied effort with the dreaming. You know what I mean? Like, we have to find that balance, okay? And so also reminder, Jupiter goes direct on the 30th in Taurus, all right? That expansion is coming into the 3D world. So this month, you know, every day show up, all right? And do the work on whatever you're working towards. And if it's like, you know, this doesn't have to be career related, but clearly it very feels like career related, but it can just even be you want a dependable, loyal person in your life, right? It could very well be relationship related, like that people in your life, you know, like that there's been a constant, you know, cycle, and it could be related to your thinking, and that you want this type of person, okay? But, and then it's like you have to reflect. You can't just wait for somebody to fix you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it all comes from within. You have to be happy with who you are now, all right? Even if you feel like there's work that needs to be done, okay? And that's when things click. All right, so just please pay attention to that. And let's get an empowering question for Scorpios. Also, Scorpio, do check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more in-depth look at the week ahead, okay? And Venus too. If this is related to love, like, look at what sign rules Venus in your chart and then watch that corresponding video. Okay, you got 3 empowering questions because, again, you're like a magician, Mercury, manifesting, right? Effective communication, like, you're going to really want to ponder these questions, okay? What kind of advice on life would my old self give to my current self? Who or what defines the contents of my life? And what gives me great joy? What gives me great joy? Amazing. Yeah. Honestly, like this pondering too, like just especially like associated like with the colors, like this Four of Cups energy. Who or what defines the contents of my life? What gives me great joy? This is amazing. And what kind of advice on life would my old self give to my current self? So yeah, there is this whole identity change. And I think you might have actually got that message last month. Or no, I think it was actually in your extended monthly. About people like saying like, oh, you've changed. Yeah, it was you. You had this message of like, you know, this, oh, you've changed. And it's like, yeah, I've evolved. You know what I mean? Like you did get that message. Wow. So you are evolving, Scorpio. And it's wonderful to see. So remember that shadow work, everyday thing, right? Whatever you're working towards, everyday thing. You know what I mean? Giving you lots of love. This is a huge, powerful mess. Like your month is really important, Scorpios, okay? And so remember how your personal work affects the collective, right? The more of us do this personal evolution, emotional evolution, rising up into the Aquarian age, right? The more collectively we're going to see that. So have an amazing, very powerful week, Scorpios.